Hello everyone and welcome to the Black Sea region of northeastern Turkey. We're excited to explore this area around Trabzon, so come along with us.
Hi, we're Yvonne and Jeremy and we're slow traveling the world on a budget.
Today, we begin exploring Turkey's Black Sea region of Trabzon and Rize.
We're so on time today. We're not running to our gate. We're just walking very leisurely. So we arrived here at Trabzon. We actually had a pretty disappointing and sad night because several things didn't work out, such as our car reservation and also our original hotel reservation. But we're here at another hotel. We have a place to stay, so we're thankful. And we're just hoping that everything else will work out tomorrow and that we'll still have a good time this week. I have a good feeling that we will have a good time. I got one baby in the back and one baby in the front. I'm very balanced. Yay, we got the car.
Finally, now we're gonna fill up on gas and then drop off our bags and then try to explore Trabzon a little bit.
The Ayasofya. Wow.
So now we're going to the little Ayasofya Mosque, which is a smaller version of the Hagia Sophia that's found in Istanbul. So we're gonna go in and take a look.
Right inside the complex, but outside of the mosque, there are these tombstones. So these tombstones are some prominent figures from the Ottoman Empire. So from the design of these tombstones, you can kind of tell the social status and identity of these people. So for those that are wearing turbans, those are men who are government officials. Tombstones with necklaces and headpieces are the ladies, and those with crowns are members of the royalty.
This little Hagia Sophia was originally built as a Byzantine church in the 1200s before it was converted to a mosque and then a museum and then back to a mosque. So its development has kind of paralleled the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, and that's why you can see a combination of Muslim and Christian imagery on this building. Apparently you can see some of the creation stories, the stories of Adam and Eve and their descendants here on this panel. But honestly, if you look pretty closely, it's still pretty difficult to tell what exactly is going on in the scenes.
Wow, this is so nice. I have to say, I had pretty low expectations for this because it's a smaller version of the one in Istanbul. But I'm actually really impressed and think that this entire complex is just so beautiful and so peaceful. And it faces the sea, so this has a really great view here. It's so nice. So on the west porch of the mosque, there are these painted frescoes of the different stories and miracles and parables of Jesus. And it's pretty fun just to look at it and see what we identify. I think this is the story of Jesus healing the blind man. So the paintings are definitely very detailed and very colorful and definitely tell the story. So we're going to go inside the mosque now. The dress code for ladies is a headscarf and a skirt, but everyone who goes in has to take off their shoes.
Bedesten is this old building that sells some traditional items, but then after that you walk out and there are lots of little side streets with a lot of different vendors and shops, and it's a nice area to walk around and just take a nice afternoon stroll.
I think these patterns are very, very nice.
After perusing the stalls at Bedesten, we drove over to check out the Trabzon Castle.
So as we were trying to find a way up to the Trabzon Castle, we found this viewpoint of this park. There is just so much to see from this viewpoint. So behind me are houses all lined up on the hill with Ottoman-style architecture. And below there are a lot of trees and a park underneath. And on the sides there are these castle walls. So we weren't able to find a way up after all. I think this castle is just castle walls. And we don't see anyone up there, so I think it's not really accessible. And even if you're up there, you can't really see much. So we're here at the bridge. This is where we get a really good view of the castle. I think we learned from our Mother of Georgia experience that the best place to look at an attraction is not right when you're next to it or on it, but it's actually from a further distance, so you can appreciate the beauty and the magnitude of it.
So I think we got to see a lot more of Trabzon city in a short amount of time than I expected, and over the next few days we're going to check out some of the other sites and landmarks from around Trabzon province.
We're driving on a very narrow road to our accommodation. How do you feel, Jeremy?
Slightly stressful, but I feel like we're gonna make it. I'm glad we didn't do this at night.
This is like driving in San Francisco.
So, yeah, I have nowhere to go.
Oh, there's a car coming.
All right, good morning. It is a new day and we're here at breakfast.
We got some tomato, cucumber, carrots, olives, 2 types of cheese, some jams and butter for the bread, which is right here.
French fries for breakfast. What a dream.
And I also have here my Turkish coffee. It is so tiny and so cute. Oh, it is so good. The flavor is pretty intense. It's very strong and bold.
We parked rear end last night because it would have just been impossible to get out by backing out today. So now we're headed down the hill and we're going to visit Uzungol Lake, which is over an hour away. But first, gotta get down this very, very narrow street.
We are stuck in a lot of traffic, so not sure what's going on, but hopefully we'll get to the lake soon.
It's been moving pretty slow, but the temperature inland is a lot lower, so hopefully it'll be a pleasant time. After a long time in traffic, we arrived at Uzungol, but unfortunately the area is covered in clouds and it's drizzling slightly, so we'll see what we can do to see as much as we can.
This is yet another one of those realities of traveling, is that you don't always get the best weather, but we'll still try to make the most of it today.
It's really pretty. I wish the sky was a little bit clearer, but there are a lot of people here. That explains the traffic holdup.
So So this is just my personal opinion, but I feel like this lake is a little bit too commercialized, especially for this time of the year. So it's not as nice as I thought it would be.
If you come here expecting lots of tourists and people selling various different food items and trinkets, then I think you won't be disappointed. But if you're expecting a peaceful, natural getaway, at least during this time of day, it's not going to be that. Maybe late in the day after all the tourists have gone, or early in the day before the tourists have gone there, that might be interesting for you.
All right, we're gonna go up the steps to go to the viewpoint.
That was a few hundred more steps than I thought there would be. I can't even speak right now. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a brand new day. Today we've come up to the Ataturk Kosku, a home and garden area in Trabzon where Mustafa Kemal Ataturk used to stay. So we're gonna walk around the house and the gardens and check it out. So the building was built in an Ottoman style in the 1890s, and Ataturk apparently visited and liked it so much that it was given to him as a gift, but he only ended up staying here once before he passed away, and it was turned into a museum after that.
Wow, they're huge. So this is a fun little stop, but I wouldn't say you have to go out of your way to visit. But I do appreciate that they didn't overcharge us to get in.
We're chasing sunset at Boztepe Hill, and it is hopping here. So if you want to see the sunset from a nice little spot of your own with chai of your own, then you got to get here super early, way before the sunset.
So even though our first day was a little bit stressful, but looking back, I think it was just minor inconveniences and things eventually worked out in our favor. And I think overall we were just able to overcome some of those feelings of stress pretty quickly. And I think we're just excited for the next few days.
Good morning, everyone. And after driving an hour plus south and then waiting for a bunch of buses to get up to the top of the Sumela Monastery, we're finally here. We parked at the base and we have to catch a small minibus up to the monastery.
We're going up there.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
We didn't even see it.
Apparently a bunch of buses go up and come down at different times, so everybody is rushing to get onto some kind of bus so we can go up and see the monastery. This is very chaotic. So we're here to explore this monastery that's been here since the 4th century and enlarged and expanded over time. So we're gonna head over there and take a look. So it's said that the monastery was established when 2 monks had a dream of the Virgin Mary, saying that an icon of Saint Luke would be found somewhere around here. They met up in Trabzon and they apparently found one of those icons here in this cave where they believed they were supposed to construct some kind of chapel, and it grew into a monastery and over the years got extended, reconstructed, rebuilt from the 4th century all the way up until the 1400s or so. And so this monastery and the surrounding church, you might not be able to tell which parts are from which era, but you can look at some of the different designs and you can also tell that it's been redesigned and restored multiple times, including recently. I really like these library spaces in the middle of the monastery. You get a picture of what it was like for the light to hit inside of these rooms, lighting up the monks' spaces while they read. This is incredible. It is like really amazing just to see all these different figures painted on top of this cave ceiling.
It is a little bit sad though because there is quite a lot of graffiti on the walls and some of the paintings are not really that preserved.
It's a pretty small chapel, so I don't imagine they fit that many people in here.
Such a small door.
It's really small.
Going through a tunnel. So we finally found a viewpoint, but it's not the viewpoint that we want. So overall, we spent about 2 hours here, and that's at a very leisurely pace. I do have to say though, it did take us about an hour to get up here because we had to wait for 2 different shuttles and there was some road work on the way. But it was worth it to come up here and I'm so glad. It is quite crowded here. I imagine if we came at a different time of the year and there were less people, I think we will enjoy it more.
We're now at our final stop in this video. We're in Rize, which is another major city in Turkey, northeast, also on the Black Sea coast. We've come up to the Rize Kale, which is the castle, the fortress on the side. And there's a mosque here and a beautiful view of the Black Sea and the rest of the city of Rize. So we're gonna go up and check it out.
So random, there's a playground here.
While the inner part of the castle was built in the 500s, the bottom portion of the castle was built in the 1300s. So Rize is known for being the center of tea production here in Turkey. Tea culture is really huge. A significant portion of the tea that's consumed throughout Turkey is produced here. Assuming you can find a good parking spot, the fortress is a great place to just soak in the views, drink some tea, and walk along the walls as you look far out into the Black Sea. So Rize is a nice and quiet coastside town, and it has some pretty incredible views of the Black Sea, plus a lot of culture and tea. And so we hope you've enjoyed this introduction to the Black Sea area with Trabzon and a little bit of Rize. Stay tuned for our next video in which we taste the food of the Black Sea. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.
Yeah, Turkey is awesome. Thank you. Don't forget the like and subscribe.